Narration. History as we know it has often been told from a Eurocentury-old history books and European statues. Narration. But what if I told you that the roots of white people can be traced back to Africa? Map of Africa glowing in golden color. Narration. Modern science agrees. All humans originated from Africa. Animation of early humans walking in African savanna. Narration. Genetic evidence proves the first Homo sapiens lived in Africa around 200,000 years ago. Skull fossils and DNA strands. Narration. As groups migrated out of Africa, they faced new climates and challenges. World map with arrows spreading from Africa to Europe and Asia. Narration. In the hot African sun, dark skin was an advantage. It protected against UV rays. African sun with people farming under sunlight. Narration. Then, around 60,000 years ago, small groups began migrating outward. Arrows moving on map from Africa into Asia and Europe. Narration. These migrations carried African genes to every corner of the earth. Montage of humans walking through deserts, snow, and forests. Narration. In hot African climates, dark skin evolved as protection against the sun's harsh ray. African farmers working under bright sun. Narration. But in cold, cloudy Europe, sunlight was weak. Here, lighter skin became an advanced snow-covered European forest with early settlers. Narration. It allowed the body to absorb more vitamin D, essential for survival. Medical-style animation showing vitamin D absorption. Narration. Over thousands of years, dark-skinned Africans in Europe slowly adapted, becoming the pale-skinned populations we call white today. Evolution timeline of changing skin tones. Narration. But Africa gave Europe more than skin, it gave knowledge. Egyptian pyramids and Greek temples side by side. Narration. Mathematics, astronomy, architecture. Much of Europe's foundation came from ancient Africa. African scholars teaching in open courtyards. Narration. The Greeks studied in Egypt. The Romans traded with Nubia. Africa was never separate from Europe. Ancient trade routes connecting Africa to Europe. Narration. Even medicine and philosophy carried African fingerprints. Old medical scrolls and African herbs. Narration. Centuries later, Africans returned to Europe, not as migrants, but as rulers. Moorish knight on horseback. Narration. The Moors, black Africans, ruled parts of Spain for over 700 years. Alhambra Palace in Spain with Islamic African art. Narration. They introduced advanced farming, libraries, astronomy, and architecture. Old libraries full of books in Moorish style. Narration. Without Africa's influence, Europe's Renaissance might never have happened. Leonardo da Vinci sketchbook with African-inspired patterns behind. Narration. But this truth was uncomfortable for colonial powers. European colonizers drawing maps. Narration. To justify slavery and empire, they rewrote history, erasing Africa's role. Burning scrolls and rewritten books. Narration. They taught generations that Africa was backward and Europe was the birthplace of civilization. Backhand index pointing right old school classrooms with colonial maps. Narration. But modern genetics, archaeology, and science tell a different story. DNA helix glowing over the African continent. Narration. The evidence is undeniable. Africa is not just the root of black people, but of white people too. Tree of humanity with roots in Africa. Narration. Every human alive today carries the mark of Africa in their DNA. Diverse families from around the world, DNA overlay. Narration. We are not separate races. We are branches of the same ancient tree. Tree with many branches, each branch showing different. Narration. And perhaps when we accept this truth, we will see what has always been clear. Montage of children from different races smiling.